Where the fault lies in this Alexander Isak saga has become crystal clear based on the statements by Isak and Newcastle yesterday. So Isak was promised by Newcastle, as long as conditions were met, he would be able to leave this summer. Liverpool, his prime location and destination. Liverpool put in a world record bid, Premier League record bid for Alexander Isak. No fault apportioned to Liverpool. They've backed off and given Newcastle space to find their two recruitments, and that is where the problem lies. The conditions for a sale of Alexander Isak, as stated by Newcastle, it's not the transfer fee. Those weren't the requirements that are not met. The requirements were that Newcastle get adequate replacements to let Alexander Isak go with their blessing. However, they failed with Benjamin Sesko, failed with João Pedro, failed with Liam Delap, failed with Hugo Ekitike, failed with every single player known to man on earth. And that is why they are refusing to budge and sign second tier, lower tier players, even though they're targeting Johan Wieser and Strand Larsen from Wolves to replace Alexander Isak. But they haven't got either of those players in the door either. So Newcastle's absolutely shambolic transfer strategy and window has come back to bite them in the face. They have alienated their best player. They're not paying him what he's worth if they're valuing him at £150 million anyway. Liverpool have made a bid and then given Newcastle their space. Once again, no blame to Liverpool, even though Newcastle and rival fans want to blame Liverpool for undervaluing Isak. Liverpool don't need to bend over and pay £150 million for Alexander Isak, and Newcastle don't have to sell him for 110, 120 either. But they agreed and let Isak know that he could leave this window if conditions were met, and it's Newcastle's fault the conditions are not met, and now they're going to hold on to a player that they can't even play, who's not match fit, who doesn't want to be there, and has said that his time with Newcastle is over. Go figure. Newcastle, shambolic. And just so you know,